What's going on, YouTube fans? This is Honest Abe, and I'm here with my Duramax 06 LBZ, and it broke down about a couple years ago, and I haven't been able to fix it yet. Money's been tight, got 5 kids, house, the whole nine, you know how it is. But me and my wife been sharing the same Suburban for about 2 or 3 years now, and it's been really rough, you know, dropping kids off at school and dropping her off at work, and you know, I'm not getting to work till, you know, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, depending on where the job is and how far it is from my house. But it's been real rough. But anyways, this is the scoop. The truck had overheated on the highway, and I didn't notice it until I looked down, saw the thermometer, and said, oh crap, I need to pull this thing over and let it cool off. Well, when I did, it didn't shut off when I turned the key off. So I got out, opened the hood, had a rag, put it over the intake air filter, and it shut right off. So I guess what I've read online is it was trying to run away from me. I guess it got too hot. Radiator cracked, so I got a brand new radiator, put it in. 2 of my injectors went out from what a mechanic told me, so I replaced 3 and 5, put new rings in it, you know, the whole 9. But I didn't do this for about a couple years because I couldn't afford it, you know. I got kids to pay for, you know, the whole 9. And just work wasn't good enough, and I own my own business. Well, I'm trying to start my own business, and it's been real hard. So I've been on this long road, and my wife's been begging me to sell the truck, and I really don't want to sell it because I've always wanted a diesel my whole life. I was raised around them, I just could never afford one. And I actually bartered with this one. I had a BMW, which I liked. It was a nice car. My wife loved it. She about cried when I got rid of it, but guy wanted one for his wife, and he was selling this, so I traded it and some cash to be able to get this one. And it ran great. We drove it to Tennessee. We went up there for Christmas, got a cabin, great on gas. I mean, I drove this thing for a whole week. Drove it from Florida, you know, Palm Bay, Florida, all the way up to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and drove around up in the Smoky Mountains and the hills for 5 days, and drove back on 2 tanks of gas. And I just couldn't believe how good it was and the power that it had. And when I pull my trailers, when I have 3 ton of rock, a couple pallets of sod on it, you know, or if I'm remodeling a house and it's got loaded down, or I do a fence job and I got a couple 100 foot of wood on it to do a fence job, you know, it pulls it like it ain't even back there, you know. And I love that about this truck. It's been the best truck, you know, that I've ever had. But I want to really get it fixed, and I've put the injectors in, and all it does is turn over. I saw one of my gas lines had a leak in it, so I kind of cut the bad spot out, put a rubber fuel line over it with 2 hose clamps just to get by, just to get it started, you know. I don't want to put a whole lot of money into it if the motor's shot at this point. I mean, I would like to get a used motor to put back in it, but the cheapest one I found has been $3,900 with core, and I just don't have $3,900. So what I would like to see is if there's any mechanics out here, you know, that could help me get this thing running. Maybe I could barter some work. You know, I'll help you do the work. You know, I could paint your house. You know, I could do a lot of things, but I just don't have the cash, and I would really be appreciative. My whole family would be really appreciative if somebody could really help us out, you know. It's been rough, especially with this whole coronavirus thing going on. Work slowed down, you know, but a lot of jobs that I've gotten has been outside work, and I can't do a lot of them because my wife's Suburban just can't handle the weight of the trailer fully loaded down. And taking it piece by piece, I have to charge more for the jobs, and then I lose customers because the price is just way too high. So I really need this thing running. If anybody could please help, I'd really appreciate it. But I definitely replaced almost every sensor on this thing. Took the fuel tank out, cleaned it out, put new fuel in it, put a new, not a sending unit, but a lift pump in there. I mean, I've done a lot of stuff to this thing, and it just turns over, and it doesn't start. I haven't used any starter fluids, or any people were talking about using starting fluids and brake cleaner and all this stuff, and I just don't know about all that. And I've brought it to 2 mechanics, and I think maybe they were a little shady. I don't know. One of them, he just told me he didn't have the time to mess with it. after he practically begged me to bring it up there because he promised me he can get it running. But whatever, I'm not, you know, not complaining. It is what it is. And then the other one took my truck for almost 3 months and charged me $100 and told me he don't know what's wrong with it. But a couple of the cylinders are losing a little compression, but from what I was told, that could be the injection rings or something like that, because they, you know, the other ones haven't been changed out, or maybe the one I put in, I messed up the ring. I don't know, and didn't get a good seal. I don't know. I've always had gas motors. This is my first diesel motor, and I've tried everything. What I might have other fuel leaks, I don't know. What I was thinking about doing was taking this line here, get in here, this line here, and this line here, and taking them off and putting, or taking one off or whatever, one that comes from the tank, and put it into a gas can, you know, full of diesel fuel, and see if I can get it to start like that. I don't know what to do. I've pumped this thing until it gets all the air out, but it keeps losing pressure. So I feel like there's a hole somewhere or something, but it won't get up enough fuel in there, enough pressure for it to start. And I don't really know what to do about it. But if somebody could give me some ideas on this thing, to let me know what I can do to get it going, or if somebody could really try to help me out, that would be awesome, you know. I mean, I just got to get some new tires, give it a wash, maybe later on down the road, paint the back bed. But other than that, it's an 06 LBZ work truck. You know, I like to fix it up and make it nicer. It's, you know, it won't take much to do. You know, it's a real good truck, and I don't really care to get a newer truck or anything. I like this one just fine. I just really need to get it back on the road and start making money to make it nicer and to provide my family more, you know. I did post some help on Heavy D Sparks comments. You know, I'm not expecting anything back, but it was worth a shot to see, you know, if somebody messages me back to help. I always see them building builds, and they helped that one Spanish guy out that was camping or whatnot, you know. And I'm not doing it because I'm half Mexican and white, but I just, you know, just normal guy that just really needs some help, and I'm very stubborn to ask for it. But I'm at my wit's end, and I don't want to sell it. You know, it's my baby. You guys know about your trucks. You love your trucks, you know. You don't want to see them go. But if anybody could help me, that would be great. If you got good ideas, I'll post videos trying to do them. And if anybody can help me do them, hey, I'll do whatever it takes. Anyways, let me get off of here, guys. I think I got my battery charged, and I think I'm going to try a couple things and see if I can get her running before I got to go back to work next week. So I appreciate all the help when you